Nice seat.
Do you think you can see me?
You have to lean a little bit towards me. Hello, how are you?
It's a nice seat. You know where we are now?
I'm
asking the people. Have a guess.
But they can't, we cannot listen to what they tell us.
Yeah, that's why we need to give them a break to think.
And now you receive and they're right.
Yeah, you got it right. We are in Bahrain, in a paddock, in an Escalade. And I'm on a driver's seat and it's very nice.
I walked into you yesterday evening to say hello. And I don't think I've seen you as happy as yesterday in quite a while. Like your eyes were glowing and you said, "Hey bro, I'm an F1 driver again." Like you were so happy after that full day of testing in an F1 car and everything. You have your job back. It's a comeback, but don't call it a comeback or...
It's a continuity.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's awesome. I'm really enjoying every moment, being back, doing my thing, what I love, driving, working with a team. That's my thing,
Yeah, it is. I mean, and you took a lot of laps. You took a lot of... you were properly in it. Which is it's not TV. It's not you did a couple of filming things before, some testing, I think, last year or whatever.
Yeah.
But this is the real deal.
Exactly.
And the real deal is somehow different. It's going to be a little bit different in Melbourne, I think, right? With the
sure.
grid and start and everything that hasn't gone you haven't had that for a full year, but this is the start of it. And
it is,
nice.
and I appreciate
nice.
it much, much more than before.
How was last
cool.
week? What did you do? What happened? We need to catch up. So the last time we spoke, we were remotely speaking.
I was in Abu Dhabi. Yeah. So last week, what we spoke about last time, I was in the women's UAE cycling tour supporting Tiffany, and it went great. I ended up getting my bike.
Okay, it arrived at one point.
Yeah, it arrived. So happy days. I could do some training, and I went to most of the stages. And example, there was this one stage 3, I think it was the Dubai stage. So I drove my car to the start, and then said hello, good luck, Tiffany. Then I drove my car to another location, which is on the course, and then I rode my bike. There was one section of the race that there's a big bike path, and then they race on the road. Yeah. So I went to the bike path, and I was that fan of trying to keep up with the pro woman peloton on the bike path and shouting, "Tiffany, go, go!" Yeah, it was awesome.
And could you?
Yeah, I could, but it's hard. They do that for 130 kilometers.
Was that the same day I saw her complaining a little bit that it was more of an easy mellow day? Was that the same day?
Exactly, yeah. Because they're flat stages. So when you're in the bunch, you don't have the wind resistance. And, some of them, they are easy stages if you're not at the front.
Okay, got it. And they won, right?
Yeah, so Canyon, SRAM, Zonda Crypto, they won the overall race, which was great. So
you're the lucky charm.
So I think I'm the lucky mascot of the team. Yeah.
Or a mascot. Imagine that. We can turn you into one of these. What's the name of your dream bird?
Gala.
Gala. You could be a gala.
Yeah, and people could rent me to events and sports events and.
Well, no, just either you're a mascot of a team, or you're a mascot a random one that you can just rent.
Yeah.
For birthday parties and stuff. Why is there no mascots for F1 teams? Because every NBA, every
true.
NFL.
Yeah. I think we need mascots.
What would be your I mean, ice hockey would be very fun.
Example, my local ice hockey team, the Pelicans in Lahti, they have a big pelican.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah, makes sense.
But for F1, it's tricky.
Did you watch Super Bowl?
I did not, because it was in the middle of the night here, and I was getting ready for our filming day. But did you?
Yeah, I watched it at my...
Tell me about it.
Yeah, so first of all, I flew into here, and I did not fly into economy, which I liked, because it was a 16-hour flight, and I bought myself Starlink, still not powered by Starlink, but the product I think is pretty amazing. And I started it inside the plane. And it was a bit weird because like I have a battery that flips on it, so it's running without power. And I also have like a suction cup that I put on the table. So, and like,
so does it work on a plane?
It does.
That's
For
crazy.
me, it did. Like I turned it on, and the thing about it is like 40 seconds later, it's up and running. So I was already connected when I put the laptop open, and I wanted to create a video for Instagram. I just thought of how funny it is that my plane takes off 10 minutes before kickoff of the game. So takeoff was kickoff basically of the Super Bowl, and I could not watch it out of LAX, but I wanted to watch it. So that did work out, but I was also pretty afraid because like it feels a bit like you're hacking the airplane also a little bit. Like I don't know, that antenna is pretty huge.
Yeah,
and
like
I don't
is
know.
it legal to have your own Starlink on a
I
plane?
don't know. That's the question. Like I filmed the video, and the other thing is, I flew Qatar Airways, and there is Starlink in there. So I was like, I doubled up. So I had 2 wirelesses. So, but I wanted to test if it works. It works, but I googled it, and everybody says it's not legal to have it in the plane. It's also like it's still like it's not undercover. Like people watch it, and I think like I didn't feel like at one point maybe for other passengers you give them a bad feeling if you
set up your own network and stuff, and
that's something. But so I did watch the whole game. It was the single most boring American football game I've ever watched in my life. It was terrible.
That's a shame. What about the shows in the middle?
I like that a lot. I really like and I'm not a Bad Bunny fan. Like I don't know a single song of him. Do you?
No.
So and I don't speak Spanish too. Like
me neither.
That's something we should learn because like it's #1 spoken language. It helps you so much traveling the world to speak Spanish. I don't. Yeah. Should we learn Spanish at one point? That's a goal of mine.
Sí.
Sí, claro.
Muy bien.
1, 2, 3, un pasito pasando Maria. 1, 2, 3, un pasito pasar. Un pasito Maria. That's Ricky Martin.
I just know uno cerveza, por favor.
Yeah. A la plancha. No, a la... now it gets into German Mallorca. Like, do you know that Mallorca is mainly another country? Like
I know. I've been there a couple of times.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's like Germany.
Yeah. Germans, we like Germans and British people.
Yeah,
like
actually Tiffany's team, they go often there for a training camp because it's a German team.
Yeah.
So they love it there.
Yeah. And it's for cycling, it's also amazing. Did you ever cycle there?
Yeah. I joined their training camp a few years ago. It's great.
I once went with Rick and his dad, Eric.
Yeah.
Whew.
Tough.
Yeah, they're like, it's like cycling with you. It's impossible without a e-bike. Like I can't cycle. Like it's no fun.
Yeah.
Like you don't understand how not fun everything is. But coming back to my life, I did enjoy the Super Bowl show a lot because it had a cultural message. The whole thing, I like me living in America, like the whole idea of that America is all of America, Middle America, South America, and North America. I like that sort of, and I did like the message at the end that the only thing stronger than hate is love. I do agree on that.
Yeah.
Like that's, I absolutely agree on that. And there's been so many small, and I'm the biggest fan of things like there's one taco stand, Villa Tacos in LA. It's like a super local, it has like an undergroundy vibe. I'm following it for 5 years because Drake was there once after the Grammys, and like it's a super undergroundy, hyper local best tacos of LA sort of thing. And he put that taco stand in the show, and there's a lot of those small little, and basically I think, and I mean, we gotta, maybe you have Bad Bunny's phone number.
I do not.
I think he stole our wedding idea because there was a real wedding inside it.
Yeah.
But he didn't have the license. So you married people for real in Vegas GP.
Yeah.
He
And
had
now I have the license.
Yeah. So you could have maybe during a race in a pit stop, you can marry somebody.
Pit stop.
It's too short.
It could be like during the national anthem or podium, but maybe not during the race.
Yeah. But I mean, he did it during his halftime performance. But it didn't. What I liked is that's real people, and they wrote an email to Bad Bunny and invited him to his wedding, and he called them and said, "Well, I can't come to your wedding, but if you want to, you can bring your wedding to my Super Bowl appearance." And I like those small little cool stories. I adore. And there's 50 of those, and cultural relevant in between the lines thing, and love to detail. Like he really likes detail, and his vibe and the way he just I really, really, really liked it. And I've been to 5 of the last 6 Super Bowls because I'm a fan. And it's always off season, even in F1 normally. So I got to go there, and I was super happy about that. But the show is way better in TV than it is in real life, because it's a sport venue. So
it's made for TV.
Correct. And the sound is not great and everything. And so this time around, I was vibing in my Starlink headphones and in and there, and I had a great trip. I also had a ideal anti-jet lag coming over. So I ran
pretty good at this.
Yeah,
right?
I ran 10 miles, didn't drink.
Yeah.
A lot of water. I have one new thing, and I brought this as a present to you. If you want, do you know those Normatechs that?
I do know those. We actually have a set at home.
Where?
In Monaco.
Oh, okay.
Tiffany uses sometimes.
Because they now have. Do you know how that battery is too big to fly?
Yeah.
They now have one with included batteries.
Okay.
And I brought them, and if you want them, you can keep them, because this is a real game changer to do that on planes.
Traveling.
Yeah, it's insane. Because I'm old. I'm 45 now. Sorry. But
since 2 days ago.
Yeah. That was great. How we
Happy
celebrate.
birthday. A sick party, right?
Sick party.
Tell me about it.
So first I landed. I went to bed. Woke up in the morning, then I did content direct for Mercedes-AMG Petronas F1.
Yep.
The collateral day. Did you have that already?
Yeah.
The where they shoot everything.
The F1 one.
The F1.
No. That's
the
intro,
outro.
Tomorrow.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then that was my birthday. And then I met my friend Valtteri. Who had a small little present for me, my wallet that I lost in Australia. Thank you very much.
That's now quite a few weeks ago. So
Yeah.
you survived about 4 weeks without your wallet.
Yeah. Apple Pay. It's not the first time in my life. Trust me, I'm losing and forgetting a lot of things, as you know. So down the road, then I was like, should I go to dinner? Should I do something with my friends Tiffany and Valtteri maybe? Somebody else, and everybody was like, and then I have a lot of friends in F1 as well, and the team and everybody, but the airport closed of Bahrain in the evening of my birthday, so all of my other friends, they didn't make it to Bahrain, and I was like, hey, maybe Valtteri wants to do something with me, maybe Tiffany. So I was like, hey, it's my what's your evening plans? And you were like, yeah, no, it's my last night with Tiffany, which I understand and very much respect. I'm third wheeling enough in your life. So I was like, yeah, so I don't, honestly, with all the joking.
You told me I'm not doing anything for dinner. I'll just go early bed.
Yeah, because I wanted to give you some space. But then I saw you went with a couple of other friends to Taco Tuesday, and I got disappointed. Not mad, but disappointed.
That was a last minute decision.
And that last minute you couldn't text me.
I was pretty sure you were in bed, or
I was. And I don't take my birthday serious. We had a serious conversation. Nothing to do. But I was in bed at 7:23 p.m. on my birthday. How dad mode old can you be that this is how you want to celebrate your birthday?
That's very dad mode. But in the end, I feel like birthdays along the years, they lose the meaning. In the end, it's another day.
Yeah, right.
But I think when you turn like big numbers, okay, makes sense. Like 30, 40, 50, 60.
Well, my next one is 50. 50 is a big one.
Well,
right?
then you get invited to a Taco Tuesday.
Now I'm disappointed again. One day.
Yeah. But I think this week, like we touched earlier, for me, just being back at it. It's quite long days at the track.
It's insane. I was never at testing. I was not aware how long
testing
these days
is way
are.
harder than the race weekends.
Yeah.
It's for everyone. Like longer days, more meetings, more driving than in the race weekend. I had quite an easy morning this morning because Checo is driving, so I managed to get a bit of a slot to have a bit of me time.
Yeah.
And now I'm ready for the next 2 days.
No, it's pretty sick, and I've really enjoyed LA on my side, like because sometimes I think, does it make sense to go back and forth? And we've had this about Adelaide. Like it's a long way to Adelaide every time. But I think, and I would be interested, like what do you think, 2 days, 4 days, or 6 days? All of it worth to go there, even if it's just for 2 days? It's your own bad. And I would compare my home to a little bit to Adelaide. It was insane weather. I have my friends, I have my family, I have the sport I do, I have my rhythm, I have my own bed. I really like my own bed.
Yeah, I think 2 days is pushing it because you got to count. Normally it's about 24 hours of traveling. So if you spend more traveling than in the location, that's my kind of threshold. So if you say 3 days, I'm in.
Okay.
But it's always worth it. And for me, like, I don't mind flying. I actually kind of enjoy the long haul flights, and so I don't mind it. And for me, traveling to somewhere, many people sometimes complain that something is too far, but it's every time worth it.
I agree. You had this one theory about your soul.
Yeah.
Do you like?
Yeah, my theory. This is again related to jet lag, which I think you learn to deal with, and you learn the tricks, the sleeping schedule on the plane, how you eat, how you train. But I think humans are not meant to be traveling with the speed of an airplane. So I feel like if I travel, let's say from Europe to Australia, it takes few days for my soul to arrive. I think the soul can only travel with the speed of a horse or something that humans are meant to travel.
And in your life, like the moment the soul arrives, you're like, I'm off again.
Yeah, exactly. Sorry, soul. See you on the other side.
Couldn't. Do you think souls are connected like by choice? Do you think your soul was like, I want to have a sick F1 driver, let's go for it, and your soul is sometimes regretting that choice? Or do you think they get like, in Soul Factory, they say in the beginning, hey, random, you're now 77 and you're going there?
I think it's random.
Okay.
So mine got 77, and I think life is great overall. Yeah, a bit of traveling, but...
Which soul is happier, mine or yours?
It's a very good question. Who knows? Only deep inside,
But I think both of them are pretty happy.
I think so, yeah. Could be a lot worse.
Yeah, we've seen a lot in life. We've had good times.
Yeah. And we'll see a lot.
In the future.
Yeah, and going back to traveling, good thing I don't mind flying, because actually from here I go back to USA, straight from Bahrain.
In between? There's...
No. In between I stay. But then before Melbourne, I go to Charlotte for the sim, and then it's Melbourne Grand Prix, so then I will actually have some extra time in Australia. So happy days. Looking forward to the next few weeks.
Yeah, I looked into traveling into Australia and Adelaide. We have to talk about this, how much time we do. You fly back through LA? Do you go the other way around, or is that's a good question, from Charlotte to Adelaide?
Yeah, I think I keep going that direction, so I keep going west.
Okay, so you do fly on the other way around.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can pick me up.
we can pick you up. Or we can do. Last year I did this layover. I had 5 hours in LA. That was pretty cool, right?
Come on, that
Yeah, like most people, if you have a layover or a few hours, they just stay at the airport. You
Yeah.
know, no, you can't go out.
Yeah.
Yes, you can. You know, as long as you get back, you go through the security, no worries. So I think it's exactly 5 hours, or
yeah.
we
No, 4.5. I think.
4.5, yeah.
Yeah.
And landed in LAX from Europe, I believe.
Yeah.
And got out from the airport. We had time to have tacos.
Yeah. It was Tuesday.
Yeah. Then we had time to go surfing. I was part of the run club.
Yeah.
You're part of. What is it called again?
Craft Tuesdays.
Craft Tuesdays. We did the run club. I think we even.
You need to turn your car on again.
Okay. Then I think we even had a time for a beer as well together. But yeah, not bad. Tacos, surfing, running. Was there something else?
Well, it was back and forth, and then wasn't there sauna also?
Yes.
Didn't you go to my
sauna and
yeah.
ice bath.
Yeah.
You know.
And then it was like the most Maximierung der Ereignisdichte is that's the German word of this episode. Maximierung der Ereignisdichte.
Maximierung der Ereignisdichte.
Perfekt. Ja. Das hast du ganz
What
toll
does it
gesagt. Maximizing the what happens basically,
Exactly.
like
Not wasting
so
time.
yeah, a lot of stuff in very short times. Like that was my dream as a child because I got bored a little bit fast. I'm a middle child, so I was like, I want what's next.
Exactly,
Like I've and that was probably one of my parents were struggling with this, and I can tell you exactly the situation of my first what's next moment. My parents took me to Cuba, and I was
That's quite cool.
12. Yeah, they traveled a lot, and in Cuba, they wanted me to be happy and said, basically, you can fly in one of these parachutes behind a boat.
Yeah.
Because in Cuba, stuff was so cheap. For the first time, I could do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Like we traveled, but like we never got on a boat or a jet ski or whatever. Like that was not on the menu. So they said we can afford this here, so let's do this. And for them, I think they were sitting in that boat, and I was being up there, and then. To be fair, it's a bit boring after 5 minutes.
Okay.
Once you're up there, but my parents must have sat there and said like, now finally Paul is happy and is gonna come down very, very thankful, and is gonna be maybe a little bit more quiet for a week because he had an exciting 15 minutes in a parachute behind a boat. And I was, the moment they pulled me back in, I was constantly like yelling if they can hear me, what's next? I was like, okay, this was nice, but what's next? What's next? So they were a bit like, hey, we Paul, you got to slow down a little bit. Like this is not like, you got to be thankful in between, which is not what's next means. That doesn't mean we're not thankful, or I'm not thankful for stuff that I experienced, but I'm also looking to the future, and
Exactly.
I want to see more, and there's so much to see. There's so many people to meet. There's so much stuff still.
It is.
So
That's the beauty of life. There's so much stuff.
Did you see the one guy who had a what's next tattoo today?
I did. That's pretty cool. It's on a different leg though.
And upside down.
I didn't see that.
Yeah. So
Oh.
do you remember when we got the tattoo?
Yeah.
We were discussing, is what's next towards us? Like, should we ask ourselves what's next, or is it also a little bit
To the people.
to the people? And we
Yeah.
decided to do it to the people.
Yeah. Exactly. Which I think this is the correct way.
Yeah.
So-
Well, everybody can decide
Yeah.
for whatever they want.
But that's cool. People are getting what's next tattoos.
Yeah.
It's like a cult.
Could we, in the US, we can create a religion.
Religion.
And you are a priest already-ish?
No,
sort of?
I'm not, no, I think I'm not a priest, but I've got a license to marry people.
Okay. But that's one side, so you
Yeah.
can get married in the what's next church?
Yeah.
Is it how?
What's the god of the religion?
Me? I would. Well, we're not making fun of God ever.
No,
everybody
course
can
not.
believe in whatever they want to believe. It's freedom of religion as well as speech.
Yes.
But what's next cult? What's next religion? We can run a farmer's market on our parking lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff we can do.
There is a lot of
Okay,
stuff.
so there's something to do. What's next?
Yeah. So looking forward to hearing people's comments about this.
Yeah.
Should we do a cult / religion for what's next?
Can you say slash again?
Slash.
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 That's something you can't say.
Huh?
Slash.
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 Yeah.
There we go.
There we go. What's next? Yeah. The one thing, we are reading comments. And the one thing I really, really love about this whole what's next that's generating right now. We're creating this, it's called MVP, minimal viable product. So we're getting better in podcasting and we're getting better in YouTubing, but we are delivering. It's not perfect and it's not insanely produced.
It's very raw.
Yeah, but we are
Yeah.
trying to do it. And right now, like there's a small group of like 10,000 people in the YouTube community already. And it feels private because it's their stuff. It's the same with the podcast people. So let us know in the comments right now, because you are the OG What's Next people.
Exactly.
What else should we talk about? Maybe a couple of questions. What do you want to hear us? Maybe your upbringing, maybe my upbringing, maybe both.
I'm very curious to hear what do you people want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're reading the comments
Yeah, exactly.
because it's not a lot.
Yeah. So maybe next episode we can go through like all the best comments and ideas that people have and go from there.
A Q&A is
Yeah.
what's next.
Exactly.
And now what's next is you have 4 minutes until you have a meeting.
Now it's 3 minutes 40 seconds.
Yeah.
So yeah, better go.
Yeah, you gotta go.